What's up everyone, welcome back to another video with the Millennial Finance. It's been a long time coming, but Rakuten has finally launched their foreign trading service. There has been talks about it, rumors ever since early last year, and it took them nearly a full year to finally launch it. We've done a few videos on Rakuten before and we use it almost exclusively for Malaysian stocks. Today, however, we'll be reviewing the newly launched foreign trading service. If you want to sign up with Rakuten, use our link, we'll leave it down in the description below and you'll get 500 Rakuten points once you sign up. Anyway, let's get started. Cha-ching! So to start things off, as usual, I'll be talking about the user experience. So the first part of this that I'll be talking about is account management itself. If you already have a Rakuten account previously, let's say like myself, you use it for your Malaysian stocks, then you'll be using the exact same account. You don't have to create a separate account or anything like that. All you have to do is just to activate foreign trading. Now, all of your balances will be kept under one roof, no matter whether you buy Malaysian or US stocks. This makes it much easier for all of us to keep track. I know many people who prefer to have just one broker for all of their stocks, so if all you want to invest in is Malaysian and US stocks, then Rakuten is probably one of the best for that. However, I have to say that the user experience of Rakuten's platform itself is still not the best. There's not much info that you can find on there, and I still feel that it's not as intuitive as other brokers out there. Especially when we look at the US ones like, Webull and even eToro and stuff like that, Rakuten just feels a few years behind. And I'm not even going to talk about their mobile app because that is completely unusable for me. I mean, take a look at it. It looks like it came from the 2000s. I mean, the picture fits well perfectly because it looks like it came on an iPhone 5, which is probably when the app was last updated. I mean, I still have it on my phone, but I literally open it once in about every 6 months if I really wanted to know how my positions was doing and I wasn't in front of my computer. If Rakuten's product managers are watching this, then sorry, but a lot more work needs to be done here. It's still lagging behind many other brokers out there. But user experience we can look past. After all, I'm here to invest my money and hopefully grow my money, and assuming I'm a long-term investor, I won't be making many trades anyway, which means I don't even have to look at these platforms. So, if we want to invest our money in US stocks with Rakuten, we'll go on to the next topic, which is the availability of stocks. At this point, they only provide US listed stocks and ETF on top of the, of course, Malaysian ones, but judging by how they named this product, which is foreign trading service, we should see more markets open in the future. However, sadly, just like eToro before this, Rakuten also won't have all available US stocks and ETF listed. They do have most of the popular names I was looking for, so names like Apple, Facebook, Amazon, of course they have those. But if you're looking to invest in some small cap names or companies that people don't really invest their money in, then unfortunately you won't be able to find it on Rakuten. For example, I couldn't even find C Limited on there, and I have no idea why because they are right now a mid-cap company. Also, I was looking for some ETFs that I invested in. They had smaller AUMs and smaller trading volumes as well, but Rakuten also did not have them listed on the platform. And they didn't even have the ARK ETFs. Yes, they are performing poorly now, but it is a very popular ETF, and I was actually looking to invest some money into ARK on my Rakuten account, but I couldn't do so. Hopefully, they continue adding more and more to this list. As of now, I think they have almost 900 stocks and ETFs listed so far. If you really want to trade or invest in a stock that is currently not on Rakuten, then you can try your luck, shoot them a message to their support and ask them if they can add it on the platform. Another important thing to mention here is that Rakuten does not have fractional shares either, meaning if you want to buy a share of Amazon, then you'll have to fork out that, $2,500 to $3,000 US. I did see an Instagram story for them though recently where someone asked them this and they said that they didn't have it, but they might in the future. So let's keep our eyes on that. Currently, it's a con of course compared to stuff like Interactive Brokers, which does allow fractional shares, but we'll let them off the hook because I don't think there are any Malaysian brokers who provide US trading services that has fractional shares in Malaysia. So moving on, we'll be talking about exchange rate. The reason we have to talk about this is because unlike in a US-based broker, we won't be depositing USD into this account, we'll be depositing Malaysian ringgit. The only time when the Malaysian ringgit will convert into US dollars is when we decide to buy a stock. Only when that happens will Rakuten then convert a Malaysian ringgit to USD as of the spot price at that time and day to make the purchase. According to them, they have extremely competitive exchange rates, but could that be just a marketing trick? We can't just trust anyone, of course, so I decided to do a quick test. So I logged onto the platform, I tried to buy some Apple shares, and Rakuten had an indicative rate of 4.21 Malaysian ringgit per USD. I then go on to our trusted Google, and Google had it at 4.2 ringgit. So the difference is very small. I give Rakuten a pass, and the exchange rate is indeed very competitive. This is important because while it may only seem like a few cents, as we put more and more money in, it really starts to add up. This is good because if we compare to US brokers, we have to deposit in US dollars. And when we do that, we have to take the bank's exchange rate, there are, wire fees and all that, which Rakuten does not have. And thankfully, they're giving us a good exchange rate as well. Next up, we'll be talking about fees, and this is where Rakuten really shines. To my surprise, they announced that they'll be using the same fee structure that they have for Malaysian stocks. If you trade an amount below 1,000 ringgit, it will only be 7 ringgit. And if you trade between 1,000 and 10,000 ringgit, the trading fee will only be 9 ringgit. This is probably the lowest cost Malaysian broker for US stocks. And even when you compare to US based brokers like Interactive Brokers, it is not too bad. With this fee structure, I recommend that we use at least 2 to 3,000 ringgit every single trade, so that the fees that we pay will be only around 0.6 to 0.9%. However, if you still want to trade below 1,000 ringgit, let's say 900, the fees are not too bad, as still under 1%, which makes Rakuten definitely one of the most attractive brokers in terms of fees in Malaysia. So let's go on to the pros and cons of using Rakuten as your US stock broker. The first pro is, of course, the very competitive trading fees and exchange rates that I was just talking about. These things really start to add up, especially if you have larger amounts of money or if you're a more active trader. Speaking about traders, Rakuten does not have the pattern day trader rule, of course, because currently they don't have margin, but they also don't have the good faith violation. This means that if you're a day trader with less than 25,000 US dollars in your account, then Rakuten is actually perfect for you because you won't have those two problems to think about. Back when I wanted to day trade, explore it, I had a lot of issues because none of the US brokers were good for me. They had the pattern day trader rule if I had a margin account, and they had a good faith violation if I had a cash account. So maybe if I give it a shot again, I will definitely be using Rakuten. Also, like I mentioned, they have an easy account management with the same platform for both Malaysian and US stocks. This means that we can wake up at 9 o'clock every day to trade the Malaysian market, stop at 4:30, and then 9:30 p.m. we do it all over again with the US stocks. All that just so that we can lose money. The next pro is that we can deposit through bank transfer in Malaysian ringgit. There is no fees for this compared to trying to deposit US dollars into a US broker. Like I said, there'll be wire fees, there'll be exchange rate fees, and even sometimes when we transfer to their bank will charge us a fee as well. Another pro is that Rakuten does have some very solid research. They've done it previously with Malaysian stocks, and it looks like they'll continue it on with US stocks as well. They literally just launched this yesterday, as of the day of recording this video, and they already have an investment idea for us, which is Walmart. It's interesting to see, of course, but always do your own due diligence before buying. And finally, Rakuten does have an established track record. They've been around for a while and they haven't had any major issues that I'm aware of. And of course, many people will find this important. They are regulated by the Securities Commission Malaysia. Moving on to the cons, there are only two things here compared to the pro, but they are rather large ones, with the first one being the poor user experience and platform interface. This hopefully gets improved soon, but currently the mobile app, we cannot use it at all. The web platform is better, but it still can be improved. The second major con is, of course, not all US stocks are available and there are no fractional shares. To me, the more important one is that they start adding all the US stocks and ETFs as soon as possible, because it's not a good experience. If I wanted to be a day trader, I use the Rakuten platform, I see a nice setup, and I realize that Rakuten doesn't have that stock. So those are the pros and cons of Rakuten for US stock trading. In my opinion, there'll be two groups of people who would like this the most. The first one is for long-term investors. The reason you would like this is, of course, deposits are free, exchange rates are good, trading fees are low. Yes, it is slightly higher compared to US brokers, but since you're a long-term investor, you won't be making many trades anyway. The most important thing here for long-term investors is that Rakuten is regulated by the Securities Commission Malaysia. The second group of people who would enjoy the Rakuten platform will be day traders as well, for the reasons I have mentioned before. Rakuten definitely does have its flaws, but with its extremely competitive fees, It positions itself as one of the best Malaysian brokers for US stocks. Let us know down in the comments below, would you use Rakuten for US stocks? If you want to sign up with Rakuten, don't forget, use our link. You can get 500 Rakuten points once you create your account. Thanks for watching this video to the end, guys. Give us a huge thumbs up and subscribe to our channel if you haven't already. See you guys in the next one. Peace out.